Oh, he's running down the hill, running down the hill. Another day, another Zodiac cruise, and today we're heading to some beautiful sea cliffs. I'm just getting ready to go, better jump in the queue in a minute, but I just wanted to talk you through what I'm shooting. I've got the 300 2.8 rigged up today on the Z9 with a 1.4 teleconverter, smaller, lighter setup, easy to move, especially handy if I get some bird in flight shots. I've also got my drop-in polarizer in the camera ready to go. It's pretty bright today, as you can see, and because we're going to be photographing black and white birds in high contrast situations, having that polarizer just takes the edge off, helps reduce the reflections on those white bits of plumage, meaning I get less contrast in the image and a better file for that final shot. I've also got the planner rigged out in the bag on the Z8. It's a second option for a more kind of wider view of the cliffs and the landscape. But yeah, should be good. Really looking forward to it. I better go jump in the queue and get on my boat. I do love a day by a seabird colony. The sound, smell and pure joy of photographing these locations never gets old. Today's spot, Al-Kafila, that translates pretty directly to Mountain of Guillemots, and it certainly lives up to its name. Now one of the most famous cliffs in Svalbard, this impressive face looks onto the Hinlappen Strait and is home to around 60,000 pairs of Brunix guillemots, along with glaucous gulls and kittiwakes. The cliff is truly impressive, standing 100 meters tall in places. Glacial meltwater tumbles down the mountainside, creating small waterfalls and streams that offer an extremely valuable source of fresh water for the birds, something that's essential for keeping their feathers in tip-top conditions for insulation. On these sheer cliffs, the small ledges offer prize breeding locations, with central positions favoured for that added protection from the glaucous gulls patrolling the skies above. The birds are packed in, and it's just truly awesome to witness, and a fantastic spot for making environmental images. It has always been my favourite style of wildlife photography. The birds, seemingly not deterred by our Zodiacs, are coming close, swimming around the boat and whizzing past. The 300mm really is a great focal length for this type of location, giving plenty of scope for shooting the cliff ledge or closer type portraits, flight shots, and all whilst being easy to handhold. When it comes to shooting flight shots, I'm picking up subjects either out at sea flying in, giving me a little time to lock that focus and track them, or watching the ledges for birds showing the behavioural traits of one about to take flight. Little shuffles or the dipping of a head, a handy pre-warning to help nail that focus with my limited time that I have as they whiz out to sea. Working with 3D tracking is excellent, but often I find dynamic mode a little bit easier in these situations, because it focuses on the closer subject, meaning less opportunity to be tricked by the cliff face behind. Good luck. It's pretty fishy. New like hair mousse. Yeah, good for your hair. With droppings on my head, the good luck must have been real, as after so many fantastic opportunities with the guillemots, the gulls, we rounded the corner to the flatter slope where, amongst the grass, an Arctic fox was moving. Now these guys scavenge below the cliffs looking for fallen eggs or young birds that crash into the slopes when taking first flight. The foxes carving a living from the bounty of the colony above. I shot a number of frames as the fox moved, even coming really close at times, making for some great portrait opportunities. Not the frame fillers that I probably could have got had I brought the 600mm, but hey, you can't win them all. As the fox moved back up the cliff, I saw an image in my head, and as it approached the base of the impending face, I worked using the panoramic style I've done in the past to create a vertical panorama. The fox small at the base of the sheer cliffs,
with the guillemots protected high above. It's made of about 7 frames shot in sequence and then stitched together in post, and I absolutely love it. This style of photography I love to make, something a little different from the images that I've seen from this location before, and something that shows wildlife, but more importantly, the scale of the landscape. It might not work the best on YouTube or Instagram, but I've got a feeling it's going to make a rather great print. I will just ask, if you do enjoy these videos, please do subscribe, as it helps the channel out massively. And if you like the look of an Oceanwide cruise, then be sure to check down in the description, as I got a fantastic offer code to get you a discount on any of the Oceanwide trips, meaning you can get to the Arctic or the Antarctic for a little bit less and get out and enjoy some great photography. With the fox having disappeared, it was time to get back to the ship after what can only be described as a very successful morning of photography.
What an epic morning. Such a fantastic Zodiac cruise. Out to the Brunix Guillemot colony, all along the cliffs, thousands, like 50, 60,000 birds, and just, you know, the beautiful sounds of the colony, thousands of birds flying around, and just cruising with the Zodiac down the front, photographing them as they're flying off or on the nests. I was mainly focusing on a lot of the flying birds and kind of the more vista shots of the large colony, working with the 300 and the planner as well to get some more kind of wide style shots, looking for those moments where you could see the edge and all the birds flying off the cliff, but the kind of the environment as well. Really, really nice. I certainly got a few flight shots as they were coming straight past the boat as well, and I'm so glad I took the 300 2.8. The 600 would have been so tight on the frame, and yes, I might have got a few portraits of them on the cliffs, but for the shots in flight and the more interesting environmental shots, that's what I want, it worked absolutely perfectly. And of course, with the teleconverter, I could be a bit more flexible, and I did put it on and off whilst I was in the boat. And of course, being that close to the colony, we were getting showered in guano. That was actually wicked, because it certainly brought us good luck. I took one a good few to the head, but the luck certainly came off as we cruised down further. The rocks, this kind of sheerness falls away a bit, and there were some areas where looked like great habitat for a subject that I've seen before, but I certainly wanted to see in the Arctic, and that was, well, Arctic fox. And we got so lucky. One was coming down and just stashing a bird that it caught, went inside the rocks, and we waited in the Zodiacs, popped back up, and we managed to watch it walking along the edge and then up and under the cliffs. You know, it's really cool to see it just picking around the bottom of the cliffs. So I've got kind of some long distance shots, a bit small in the frame, and some closer portraits a bit lower down. That was really nice as well. Certainly just stunning animal, really cool. Wow, what a perfect start to the day. Still got another cruise this afternoon, landing. I'm really hopeful for a few more pictures and a subject that I'd really like to get close to. But right now, I've got to get all this gear off because I am toasty warm from all the excitement of doing that and all the hand holding of a heavy 300 as I'm panning, getting the shots. But, oh, that was a good day.